No, come on, going to Talladega.
5 seconds.
Oh, I'm telling you right now, if we went to Cancun, I would definitely be banned from coming back into the United States. I would pull some shit, I'm telling you.
NASCAR King, what are you talking about?
Our vacation, not. Ty should all just send us tickets to.
Dustin, I saw you like that thing on
I
the
don't
old
know
road
what
the other
Cancun
day.
is, that's what I'm trying to ask.
What the fuck, man? It's a Mexico.
Oh.
It's like a luxury resort type area.
It's a city. It's a city.
Well, it is a city, but it's a...
I'll be the one that gets put in juvenile.
Ty would probably set up this like party, like everybody wants a NOSSCAR party. Come follow me.
Uh-oh. Is Ty not at the PlayStation?
I've been telling my
still in
girlfriend
here?
for like 2 months that I want to move.
Watch out, inside line.
I'm back and I'm gonna get out of the way.
Oh. I was about to say, if he's not back inside, just be ready.
Oh no, that's never gonna happen again. I've done this for so long, that has never happened. In the 4 different calendar years that we posted races on Heat games, I've never done that, and I felt so bad. And that's never happening again.
Okay, I would like to move out of the way. Okay, finally. Oh, he is sending.
Who's sending it?
I just got an awesome photo of Flash 9 and I side by side of Richmond here. I put it into third person view for a split second and got a good photo of our cars. I think that pretty much everybody does, though. Everyone that's below that cut line needs a win to get in because Dust Bunnies is trying to catch Armstrong, and Armstrong's got about 20 points on him, or 25, 30 points on him, or something, I'm pretty sure.
I'm ahead. I think I'm ahead of Armstrong.
No, you're not, though. I just checked. No, Armstrong's in the playoffs. He's in the playoff spot. He's the one you're chasing. You're chasing him more than you're chasing JCJ, even. No, I can look it up again one more time to tell you the exact amount of points you are behind Armstrong before we even start the race if you want, because you're the only one that might be able to mathematically point their way in, so I'll give you a rundown on where you're at with that if you want in 1 second.
Oh, man, it don't even matter because I'm about to win Richmond. I'm about to fuck everybody up.
There you go. Alright, never mind this, Dustin. It doesn't matter, buddy.
Y'all forgot, if you're gonna fuck everybody up, that's gonna be my, that was a plan.
You have no more fucking up to do.
What? I'm gonna fuck you up.
I'm going down pit road to get out of the way. Coleman's flying.
Car is so amazing.
Coleman is flying.
Yeah, my car feels good too. Just as good. Yeah.
I just got Timac Motorsports' first win of the season here in Motormaster, and I'm so surprised by that because all the drivers on my team have had so many good runs. Hopefully someone can get number 2 here at Richmond.
Close.
Oh yeah, NASCAR King, you were the one that came to mind the most, really. You come close quite a few times to getting a win this season. I'm exiting the pits, but I'm staying low. You're on my team.
Get him next time.
Even when you were in... What's that?
Okay.
And you'll get one because of that. It'll be at a plate track or something.
We don't go to another plate track.
Oh yeah, no we don't.
Yeah, we do.
Just... No, we're not in trucks or cup. We already went to our last playoff.
Next year I'll fix that and we will have Dega in there, or whatever
Yeah, I was gonna say,
track
yeah,
it is.
let's do that, because it would make the...
Shake everything up, honestly.
Yeah.
It would. What it probably would do is guarantee us a wild card driver, or could, gives us a chance to have an underdog advance to the next round.
Okay,
Damn, this
hey,
car's so good.
Tom,
Yes, sir.
You're right. My math is still. I'm 29 points behind Armstrong. I just thought it was Juicy instead of. I got their names mixed up.
Dang, my car's running up.
So did you do the math already from last race, the points?
If I'm correct, I think I'm 29 points out.
I'll confirm with you real quick.
That'll be tough to make up.
So
For
you're
example,
in a must-win.
before that last race, you were 37 points behind them.
What?
What?
I went with 2 leaves of a setup.
Yes! Let's go, baby!
Bowman? Bowman?
Love this fucking place.
Yeah, man.
Ha! First pole of Motormaster season.
You were right up there.
I went with a 9, and that was a bad idea.
So,
Man, that feels good. That feels so good.
You gained
Are you
5
gonna
points
be
on them
able to
just
stay
from the
there, though?
results, and then the stages. Did you get any stage points? No. So
I
you're
only got
32. You're 30. Yeah, because he finished in 11th.
Yeah, you're right. I'm still thinking Juicy. Fuck.
No worries. You're 32 points behind Armstrong, so you do pretty much need a win, honestly, because the maximum amount of points you can get in one race is 40, and once he takes the green flag, he's going to get a minimum of like 12 points, even if he finishes last.
Back the fuck out right now.
You need a win. All right, I'm backing out of this chat and starting one for Bowman and I, and Shadow if he wants. And good luck, everybody. This is the last regular season. So a lot of you need a win, but be clean about it. Use your heads because penalties are still on for aggressive driving and intentional wrecking and stuff like that. So just go
You're
about it
allowed
very
to use
smart.
the bumper.
I got the position that I need, and I'm gonna try to keep it. But you know.
Yeah, we know. You got 2nd row, and
Good luck, boys. I'll see y'all hopefully in victory lane.
Hopefully, though.
I will.
If he does win, he's probably going to be going off in the broadcast chat.
And if you can get the win, holy, that would be awesome, buddy.
I gotta beat JWoww though. He was a little bit stronger on the longer run though.
Clashing will be strong too. Yeah, just focus, concentrate, do your thing, brother. I'm
First
sending
Motormaster
invites.
pull as a rookie, dude.
Send invites, and yeah, that's awesome.
Chad, are you streaming?
Yeah.
Nice. There you go.
I think he streamed the first one too.
I did.
Nice. All right,
Damn,
thank
that
you for
feels
the
good.
invites, and I'm unpausing and I'm backing out. Let me know who made the host, just out of curiosity.
It is me. Oh wow.
Uh oh.
Don't lag.
Yeah,
I think I'm
final
gonna go
one.
with this
here.
preset. I think I'm gonna go with the same preset I ran for qualifying because it was really good rolling into the center.
And what's his name there? Robbie Racing just joined you. I'm going to promote it as 20 drivers because a couple drivers are getting the last place points, but there's 18 of yous on the track. Let me know when I can join.
Go ahead.
We're in the loading screen.
All right.
I'm
Yellows
just gonna
are
try
on
to
as
stay
well.
as quiet as I can, buddy. I'm gonna focus.
No problem. I was
I
kind
didn't
of
think I'd
surprised
get
you
it.
asked to be in here.
Well, it's less chaotic in here than the other chat.
I guess kind of, yeah. I still can't believe I won that race at Darlington. Holy. Motormaster Series is like my
Stay
fifth
calm.
tonight.
Just run it. We're gonna win
Yep.
this.
Do what you did in qualifying. Watch your
Here
tire
we go.
wear.
Taking the green out here.
Have a good day. Drive safe. Come on.
Watch your tire wear.
I will.
Still there. All right, you're clear. Right side,
On my way
all
to
clear.
the track.
Car outside, hold your line. Stay to your left. Right side. You're all clear up top. All clear, no pressure from behind. Inside, clear down low.
All good, bud. You know you got a good car. If you got, the draft is a little powerful, so just follow in behind them. As long as you're on the lead lap for the final stage, you got a shot.
Hit your mark. You'll keep getting better. Still there. Still there. One back. Careful, still there. Inside. Clear behind. Look ahead for me. Clear outside. Inside. Clear behind. Track's all yours, bud. You're clear. Out of there up the inside.
Starting the broadcast.
Still there.
How many laps to go in the stage?
Let me get back to the line real quick. We have about roughly 27.
Clear behind you. All clear. No pressure from behind. Still there. Left side. Clear low.
Welcome to Richmond International Raceway here on NASCAR Heat 5, and we are rocking and rolling here for round 29 of the 2021 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season. It's Motormaster Monday, and we have 20 drivers here gathered for the Richmond 250, and it is a 125-lap event. Cameron Norton in the one on the pole for this race. Locked into the playoffs based on points, or comfortably safely in there based on points. Looking for the win here tonight, following his teammate Josh Diaz in the 7th. And they're all chasing the 2020 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series champion Matt Smith, the driver of the number 10 Chevy Camaro for Bruv Motorsports. It is the final regular season race of the 2021 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season. A lot of these drivers coming in with high hopes and a must-win situation for some of these drivers, such as Dustin Franklin, Ryan Schreck, Timmy Brown in the number 9 car, and others. I'm NOSSCAR CEO Tyler McMurder alongside the two in-race reporters joining me here. Driver of the 1, driver of the 16, Cameron Norton and Alex Tesdahl. Throwing it down to the in-race reporter, Cameron Norton. Cameron, you started on pole for this race. You led the first 3 or 4 laps, and Matt Smith took over the lead, and since then you've been battling inside the top 5. How's the car feeling?
It's a little bit loose. I think we can make a few adjustments just to make it a little bit better. Honestly, we're just going to keep running our race. I feel confident about tonight. And I just hit the wall there, but, you know, it's all right.
Still rocking and rolling and have a good track position. And throwing it down to the in-race reporter of driver of the 16. That is Alex Tesdahl. Alex, you have 2 wins this season. You're locked into the playoffs. How's the car feeling for you in stage 1?
Car's a bit loose. We can make some adjustments on the stage.
Careful, still there.
So a lot of these drivers dealing with a loose condition early in the going here. Stage 1, round 29 here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season. Richmond International Raceway. A lot of these drivers, one of their favorite tracks to come to. Short track racing is the name of the game here tonight, and they're all chasing Matt Smith, the driver of the 10. He's got 7 wins this season and 2 more, and he would have the most this season of all active drivers. 3 more, he would tie the record for the most wins in a single season held by NOCO just last year in 2020 on NASCAR Heat 4. He's being chased by Jordan Dorsett, the driver of number 74, comes into tonight with 8 wins, and he's looking to break that record as well. And the battle for third on back kind of looks like this. Josh Colm-Diaz, the driver of the 7, coming off a strong win earlier, a strong performance earlier tonight at Darlington Raceway. Nearly walking away with the win in that one, and he's got third right now. He's got Aaron Garcia in the 98 just behind him, running in the 4th position. And a good save there by him. And a lot of these drivers dealing with the loose coming out of the turns condition, especially over there coming out of turn 2. It allowed Aaron in the 98 to get a bit of a run. Looked to the inside, wasn't able to get enough of a run to get alongside him. And now Aaron had to lift through 1 and 2, that most recent time by, that allowed Josh in the 7, that red car, to drive away a little bit, and it allowed Thomas Kovic in the 07 to get alongside him and battle for the 4th position. Contact was made between the 2, and Dustin Franklin in the 11. Popping all the way to the inside, making it 3 wide, and he's going to take the 4th position away. And the big thing about that, folks, he needs a win to get into the playoffs. Mathematically, he is unable to point his way in. He's not going to catch Jason Armstrong in the 12 based on points, so what he needs here tonight is a win, and that would bump Jason Armstrong, the driver of number 12, Ford Mustang, out of a playoff spot. Really close, and it's coming down to the final race of the regular season for some of these drivers. Battle for the lead still looks like this, about 8 car lengths separating the 2. Matt Smith leads, Jordan Dorsett in 2nd, and it's Josh Colm-Diaz in 3rd, Dustin Franklin in the 11 and 4th, Aaron Garcia in the 98, rounding out the top 5, Jason Doro in the black and lime green Chevy Camaro. I love that paint job. He's running in the 6th position, right there with these guys. Thomas Kohick in 7th, and the pole sitter Cameron Norton running in 8th. With 12 laps remaining now, they're clicking off quickly, and we saw contact made there. This is a battle for the 9th position between Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61, Trey Hollywood in the 8th car, Gordon Roughton in the 18, Jesse Carlson in the 20, and Rob Shin in the number 99 Toyota. Good for him to join us here for another NOSSCAR Motormaster Series race. Runs part-time with us. To the inside went Aaron Garcia in the 98 to make a pass on Dustin Franklin, and that was for the 4th position. This is all happening about 3-4 car lengths behind Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7, who's got a firm lock on 3rd place at the time here. And the top 5 in these stages receive the stage points, so these drivers that are running in this pack that we're watching, this is critical for them if they need points. How about Trey Hollywood? Coming off a strong run at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park this past Friday for the NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series. Ran strong in the top 10 all race long and finished at 11th. And had a good run going here earlier tonight at Darlington as well. Whoa, got a little bit loose coming out of turn 2, and that's what I was talking about. These drivers are really having to fight these cars, especially coming out of turn 2. Teammates battling here. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61. Jesse Carlson in the 20. For UCJ Motorsports. Team owner in the 61. Trying to hold off the youngster in the 20. Jesse Carlson has 3 wins this season, and all of which came on road courses. He's been quite the road course ringer here in 2021 on NASCAR P5. He also races with us on Gran Turismo Sport. Back up near the front, the leaders have put a lap on Ryan Schreck in the 19. As of now, he's in the position to be the first car 1 lap down and get the free pass at the end of the stage here. And thanks a bunch for getting the update from the in-race reporter Cameron Norton. 7 laps remaining in stage 1. The leaders working their way through 3 and 4 now, and Scott Smith leading the way with Jordan Dorsek in second, and it kind of looks like Jordan's creeping in on him just a little bit.
74 car is fast. Whenever we were doing qualifying, he was pretty quick on the longer run. So look out.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Fast everywhere he goes as well. It seems like he doesn't have a bad race, and if he does, it's some sort of incident during the race that kind of puts him there. And another strong run going for him here at Richmond. 5 laps to go in stage 1. He's beginning to reel in Matt Smith just a little bit. These 2 drivers combined for 15 wins this season. Battle for third is heating up a little bit. And it appears that the handling is going away a little bit on the 7 car. He runs in third, and he had a bit of a gap in front of this group of drivers, but now Aaron Garcia in the 98 has caught him, and he's battling with him pretty hard for that third position. Justin Franklin in the 11 scored in 5th, just behind him. He's got a front row seat for this battle. There you see Dustin. Again, folks, he needs a win. He wants to punch his ticket into the playoffs. It's going to take a win for that number 11 car, and that would put all of the Brough Motorsports cars into the playoffs, with the exception of Dave Marks Jr. in the 51, who has begun to more or less race a part-time schedule as of late. Jason Doro in the 08 runs in 6th. Thomas Kohick in the 07 runs in 7th. Cameron Norton runs in 8th. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. running in 9th. And rounding out the top 10 is Jesse Carlson. 2 laps to go, I believe it is, and pit road is closed.
Leaders taking the white down.
Oh, yes, they are. And a couple of cars are going to go a lap down right before the end of the stage, it looks like, and the white flag has been shown to these drivers. Matt Smith puts a lap on Trenton Krentz in the 36, and Timmy Brown in the 9. Jordan Dorsek was not able to find a way around those 2. These 2 drivers are battling to be the free pass car at the end of the stage. A power move to the inside by Trenton Krentz, and he's actually going to get the free pass at the end of stage 1. And a stage 1 win goes to Matt Smith. Jordan Dorsek is going to take second, and it was Aaron Garcia in the 98 that claimed the 3rd spot. But we'll get the rest of the top 5 from our in-race reporter, Alex Tesdahl, the driver of the 16.
Flash 9, KOL, Black Cross, Dustin, NASCAR taking your top 5.
How about that? So Justin Franklin actually jumped up in there to get 4th, and Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 dropped a couple of spots to finish 5th, right all in those final couple of laps here for stage 1 at Richmond. And it was key to see who was going to be the free pass car at the end of the stage, because Timmy Brown in the 9 is one of those drivers that needs a win coming into tonight to make the playoffs, and now he is actually going to be stuck 1 lap down because Trenton Krentz in the 36 was able to get around him and get that free pass. Jordan Rowden in the 18 came into tonight also needing a win to advance his way into the playoffs. And
have a good day. Stay sharp.
Some of these drivers have good track position. Some of these drivers have good cars, and they've just been kind of mired in traffic. Let's see what happens, folks. The green flag is in the air for stage 2.
Stay low. Stay low. You got room. You're clear.
Matt Smith leads. Jordan Dorsek in second, and they're 3 wide for third, fourth, and fifth. Dustin Franklin with a power mover all the way down to the bottom underneath Josh Colm-Diaz and Aaron Garcia, and they're 3 wide again, but this time they've just all changed lanes. This time it's through 1 or 2. They survived. Looked like it was Josh in the 7 that maybe got a little bit loose out of all 3 of those drivers, but he held on to it and he gained a spot out of the deal. Thomas Kohick, Cameron Norton, Jeffrey Robinson Jr., they all have a front row seat for this huge battle just in front of them, along with Jason Doro, Trey Hollywood, and others. Matt Smith driving away, Jordan Dorsek in second, driving away a little bit as well. So they both have some breathing room, and the battle continues to rage on here for third, fourth, and fifth.
Stay on the bottom.
Closest driver to the front that needs a win to punch his ticket into the playoffs is Dustin Franklin in the 11. He's up there in fourth, looking to the inside of Aaron Garcia. There was contact made between the two, and Cameron Norton in the 1. The pole sitter is jumping to the inside, looking for that fourth position himself.
Careful, still there. Bottom lane. Clear low. All clear.
Top 3 have kind of separated themselves now from the rest of the field. Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7. That red Chevy Camaro has kind of gotten some breathing room for himself, and he's driven away from this pack. It's Dustin Franklin leading the group, and he's in 4th. Jason Doro in the 08 car is now up into 5th, and that's the highest he's run all race long, slowly but surely, methodically, working his way forward. Action all over this racetrack. One of the favorites for these drivers that we come to. A lot of them were talking about their lap times and getting really excited for this race and saying that this was arguably their best shot of all the final 4 or 5 races of the regular season to go up there and get a win and get into the playoffs. One of those drivers is Jordan Roughton. There he is in the 18. He's being challenged by Alex Tesdall in the 16, and Alex lifted a little bit to give him the corner back, and around goes Trenton Prince in the 36. That was a little bit deeper in the field. He recovered pretty quickly, no serious damage to the car, and he's pardon me, he's rolling again. Remember, he just took the 3 pass to get back on the lead lap. And an update on Ryan Schreck. He won a lap down in stage 1, and it appears he's got some front-end damage, and he's done for the day and parked motionless on pit road. 20 drivers started the race, and most of them still out there working their way through stage 2 right now. Riding along with the pole sitter, Cameron Norton. He's got a playoff spot as of now based on points, and he's got a strong car here for Richmond International Raceway. No wins for him this season, but he's come close on a couple of different occasions, and this very well could be his night, folks, to get his first career NOSSCAR Motormaster Series win.
Same track I won my first race at in the Cup.
Oh, there you have it. Whoa, and a bold move just behind him. That was Aaron Garcia in the 98. There might have even been a little bit of contact made between he and the 11 of Dustin Franklin. No serious harm done. Both drivers have it pointed in the right direction still, and still have some space in between themselves and the group that's just behind them. They're battling pretty hard there. It's Trey Hollywood in the 8 car rather, and it's Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61 just behind him, along with Thomas Kohick in the 07, and Robbie Shin in the number 99 Toyota Camry, the Toyota Supra. Thinking also it's a mistake for me. We're all still chasing the 2020 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series champion Matt Smith. 7 wins this season, the points leader. And he's got the regular season championship clinch, so he will be given those additional 15 playoff points, which pretty much all but confirms his entry into the round of 4. It's been strong all season. Hey, who else has been strong all season? Jordan Dorsek in the 74. 8 wins this season, 2nd in the point standings.
He made Josh to second.
Yeah, I was just about to touch on that. Jordan just dropped to the 3rd position. Josh Cole-Diaz in the 7 car. No wins for him this season, but he's locked into the playoffs based on points. He just took over 2nd and passed a driver that has 8 wins this season to do it. So very impressive. And maybe it's his night to get his first win of the season. He has Motormaster Series wins in his career. It's none in 2021 here on NASCAR Heat 5. Jason Doro in the black and lime green 08 Chevy Camaro. He's right there with these drivers. He didn't get stage points in stage 1. He comes into this race 3rd in the point standing, so he doesn't necessarily need points or a win to punch his way into the playoffs. He's got a ticket to the playoffs. He's now up into 4th, and he's gaining ground on the leader. 6 to go here in stage 2. Oh, 16 rather. Okay, thank you. Top 5 get the stage points. Matt Smith, Josh Cole-Diaz, Jordan Dorsett, Jason Doro, and Aaron Garcia at the top 5 right now. Cameron Norton running in 6th. Dustin Franklin in 7th. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. working his way forward in 8th. And Thomas Kohick in the 07 car runs in 9th. And it's Rob Shin in the 99, rounding out the top 10. Jesse Carlson in 11th, Trey Hollywood in 12th, Alex Testall 13th, Jason Armstrong 14th, just to give you a bit of an idea on where your favorite drivers might be running. And Gordon Reitman 15th. And they're all chasing Matt Smith. Didn't see exactly what happened there, but Josh Cole-Diaz had just finished taking 2nd from Jordan Dorsett in the 74, but now that we're checking in with him again, not only has he lost 2nd, but he's lost 3rd as well. He's the 3rd car in line in your frame. And the camera shot backs up a little bit, but he's now running P4 on the racetrack. And it kind of looks like a similar story to stage 1. Yeah, similar story to stage 1, I would think. It kind of looked like his car got a little too loose for him the longer that the run went, but the mid-run and the short run, the car is there. So if he can get some track position for the beginning of the final stage, who knows? He might be able to drive up there, take the lead, and maybe hold on to it for when it does begin to get loose on him.
Another 11 to go.
You heard it from in-race reporter Cameron Norton, driver of the 1, the pole sitter for this race, currently scored in the 7th position. Dustin Franklin running in 6th, just in front of him. Needs a win to get into the playoffs. He's had a strong car since the drop of the green flag, and running inside the top 10 since the drop of the green flag as well. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61, still showing good speed as well. Really like the paint job on that car. Same paint job is available for the number 16 truck on this game, and it's often run by Beam SKP, the full-time driver out of France, and Jeffrey shares the same paint job here, but in the 61 car, the Xfinity cars here in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. He was able to complete a pass on Cameron Norton in the 1. That was for 7th. Contact made between Cameron and Thomas. Thomas is in the 07 car. And that allowed Jesse Carlson in the 20 and Rob Shin in the 99 to gain some ground on both of them.
If I can get a good handle on this car for the longer run, it'd be better.
Oh, and problems for Jordan Dorsett coming out of turn 4. As soon as we put the camera on him, he got really out of shape. I think he even made contact with the wall that allowed Jason Doro in the 08 car to close right in on him, and that's the battle for 2nd. And this is well behind Matt Smith in the 10, who's got a commanding lead here in stage 2 of Richmond International Raceway, looking for his 8th win of the season. That would tie him with Jordan Dorsett for most wins this season. Jordan's got a battle of his own right now. Jason in the 08 car just took that 2nd position away. He's got 3 wins this season, the driver of the 08 does, and looking for number 4, and he's slowly but surely working his way forward. I touched on this in stage 1. He had worked his way up into 4th, and he was gaining ground on the race leaders. Now all the way up into 2nd, and the drivers running 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th have kind of grouped up again a little bit. They were kind of on their own and getting spread out and stretching their legs a little bit and finding the line that they like to run. But now the battle is on for those 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and 5th positions, and all of them are going to get stage points as long as they can keep their cars pointed in the right direction for another 3 laps here, according to our in-race reporter, Cameron Norton. So in one more lap, pit road will be closed. 2 to go at the end of stage 1 and stage 2. Pit road always closes, and it's a rule that we have in place, especially for the bigger tracks where drivers tend to try to sneak down pit road and then stay out to take a wave around or stay out to get all that track position. So we minimize that, and they'll have 2 lap-old fresher tires if they were to do that legally. And at a short track like Richmond, you definitely don't want to do that. Matt Smith in the 10, working his way through 3 and 4 now, coming out to the start-finish line to take the white flag in stage 2. One more lap until he sees the green and white checkered flags. Signal the end of stage 2, and it would be another stage win in the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series career for Matt Smith. Won both stages in the Darlington race earlier tonight, did not walk away with the winner. He's won both stages here at Richmond. Let's see how he does in the final stage. Stage 2 goes to Matt Smith. And Trenton Cranston, the 36, you saw him. He's going to survive and stay on the lead lap there at the end of this stage. Got the free pass at the end of stage 1. And this will give the free pass to another driver that is stuck 1 lap down. Might even be Timmy Brown in the 9. We'll get an update for you on the top 5 from our in-race reporter, Alex Tesdall.
Top 5 is Flash, JWell, Mucka, NASCAR King, Blackcross.
And who is the first car 1 lap down? Don't forget the pit either.
Timmy Brown.
All right, well, that's perfect.
He's 2 down on my screen.
Yeah, but he's still the free pass.
Ah, okay, well, 1 lap given back to Timmy Brown in the 9 car. He was the first car a lap down, but he was actually 2 laps down to your race leader, Matt Smith. But he needs a win here tonight to get himself into the playoffs, so a lap back is a step in the right direction for the former Brickyard 200 winner, Timmy Brown. They're all lined up double file now for the final stage. Final stage of the regular season. Let it all hang loose, boys. If you need a win, get up there and go take it. The green flag is back in the air. You're watching the Richmond 250. Round 29 of the 2021 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series.
Right side clear. Car outside, all clear.
It was a clean first lap. We've been lean, mean, clean, and green since the drop of the green flag here for the Richmond 250. No cautions for on-track incidents. Matt Smith leads. Jason Doro is in 2nd. Aaron Garcia is in 3rd. Up the hill went Jason Doro. So now to the bottom goes Aaron Garcia in the 98. 2 Fords trying to run down the Chevy. Gordon has now found his way back into the 4th position. He has not been running this far down the running order since stage 1. Contact was made between those 3 drivers there. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61 got a piece of it. Alex Tesdall in the 16. It was actually Destin Franklin in the 11 that had a front row seat for that. And that's the highest that the 61 car has been all race long as he works his way to 5th. Oh, contact was made there between the 7 and the 61. Really aggressive driving by Josh Colombias in the 7.
Stay to your left. Careful, still there. You're all clear up top.
Josh is going to hold on to 5th. Destin Franklin in the 11 draws even with Jeffrey Robinson Jr. and that's for 6th and 7. Just behind them is Trey Hollywood, Cameron Norton, Thomas Kohut, Jesse Carlson, Rob Shin, Alex Tesdall. Whoa, contact is made there between the 16 and the 99.
Clear left. Clear high, bud.
99 went up and found the outside wall in turn 2.
Bottom lane's moving.
Good action all over this racetrack. They're all chasing Matt Smith in the 10. He's beginning to drive away a little bit, and it's been a common theme in this race on the restarts. Track position has been critical. If you're not in one of those first 2 rows, it seems like you kind of get held up and you have to battle with these drivers. And while you're doing that, though, the top 1 or 2 drivers are driving away. And the question becomes, does anybody have enough time to run down Matt Smith in the 10? Pardon me.
Track ball, you're clear.
To the inside goes Jordan Dorsek in the 74, and he's looking for the second position on Aaron Garcia in the 98. Isidoro in the 08 just behind both of them, watching this side-by-side battle. And remember, I've been talking a lot through stage 1 and stage 2. It seemed like whenever that 08 car found breathing room and the longer that the run got, he was consistently able to drive his way forward. Right now he's running in 4th, and all of these drivers have plenty of time to run down the race leader, Matt Smith. Arguably has been the strongest car of the race, though, so it's going to be interesting to see if anybody can kind of get clear of this traffic and maybe drive their heart out to run down the number 10. Jordan's there in 2nd. Aaron Garcia slips to 3rd. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th are kind of in their own group here, running similar lines with each other as they work through 1 and 2 now. Justin Franklin in the 11th car scored in 6th. Needs a win to get himself into the playoffs, and has been running inside the top 7 or 8 for most of this race. In the final stage here now on the lead lap and in 6th position, can't ask for much better than that. He's gaining ground on this second group of cars just in front of him, and he's getting a good push from Jeffrey Robinson Jr. in the 61. Trey Hollywood behind them, running in the 8th position in that number 8 car. Oh, and I think he got the apron right in front of Cameron Norton. Cameron had nowhere to go, and I think he got into the back bumper of the 8 car and helped him around a little bit. Teammates there.
All clear, no pressure from behind.
Trey Hollywood comes into
anywhere
this.
to go.
Oh, it happens. Yeah, I saw the whole thing. Looked like he got the apron just in front of you, and that's how quickly it can happen. Trey Hollywood needs a win here in this race to advance his way into the playoffs, but that's certainly not going to help.
I don't think we've ever done one of these for a short track racing, but what do you think we crank it up on a short track tonight?
Problems for Trenton Krentz in the 36 car. He's parked on pit road, motionless. The 2-time NOSSCAR world champion from Gran Turismo Sport. He had a good run going. He was on the lead lap here for the start of this final stage, so that's a shame for him. And we can certainly do that. Matt Smith is your race leader. Jordan Dorsek is in 2nd. Aaron Garcia in the 98 car is in 3rd. Josh Cole Diaz in the 7 runs in 4th. Jason Doro runs in 5th. And they're all chasing the 2020 NOSSCAR Platinum Cup Series champion, Matt Smith. We're going to crank it up, folks. Grab that volume knob and turn it sky high.
Clear, and behind you, nobody out back.
And crank it down, folks. We're going to bring you back to full commentary. And they're all chasing Matt Smith in the 10. And folks, don't look now, but Aaron Garcia in the 98 car is actually beginning to gain some ground on him a little bit. George Dorsett right behind him, in the 74, running in third. Josh Cole-Diaz in the 7 runs in fourth. Jason Doro rounds out the top 5. The highest running driver that needs a win to get into the playoffs is Dustin Franklin in the 11 car, scored in 6th. And there you see the gap to the leader, and we have a change for second. Jordan in the 74 dives down to the inside. He completes the pass as they come out of third, fourth.
Well, we got 20 laps, so are we going to see a new winner, or is Matt Smith going to take it home?
20 laps to go.
We're going to find out. 20 to go. Jordan takes second. Aaron Garcia in third. Josh got a little loose coming out of turn 2. That most recent time by, but he saves it, and he still holds on to fourth.
Careful, still there.
And give a call to Jeffrey Robinson Jr., the driver of the 61, all the way up into the 7th position.
You're clear.
He looked like he was struggling with the handling of that car for stage 1. Stage 2, the car came to life, and since then he's driven his way up into 7th, and he's not done yet.
Don't look now. I'm coming.
Good battle for second and third. Good battle for fourth and fifth. And it's all happening behind Matt Smith by probably, I think, about a second and a half between Matt and these drivers running second and third. And we'll have to see if the top two, the drivers in second and third can reel in the race leader a little bit better with the 74 leading the charge. Maybe he's the quicker car as the run goes along. Aaron Garcia in the 98 is still right there with them. They're taking very similar lines getting into turn 3. Just behind them, Josh in the 7, Jason in the 08. They've kind of lost a bit more ground to these two drivers while battling amongst each other. Dustin Franklin in the 11 has reeled them in as well, just a little bit. No cautions all race long for on-track incidents. And if it all holds green and all hold station the way they are right now, I believe that they need to come to pit road before the end of this race, but we're going to throw it down to the in-race reporter Alex Tesdall to find out a bit more about their pit stop situation.
Buell can make it, but tires may be close.
So it's going to be a similar story to what we saw maybe earlier tonight at Darlington Raceway.
Stay on the bottom here.
Thanks for the insights on that. And good luck to you. Good luck to Cameron as well. Good luck to all these drivers that are going to try to manage these tires. That might have even been why these drivers began to reel in the leader just a little bit. Who knows? Maybe he stayed in those 4 Goodyear Eagles. The battle still rages on for 4th and 5th here. Josh has not given up, and neither is Jason in that 08 car. And both of these drivers have been up there in the top 5 pretty much all race long. Good cars since the start of this race and looking to finish up front as well. Both drivers locked into the playoffs. Jason in the 08 has 3 wins and he's 3rd in the point standings. Josh in the 7, no wins. He's got a lot of points and he's in there based on points.
Stay to your left. All clear.
Dustin Franklin.
No pressure from behind.
Trying to get the underdog win here tonight. Comes in needing a win to get into the playoffs. Came into this race 32 points behind Jason Armstrong, the driver of the 12. Neither one of them have gotten too much in the way of stage points. As of now, he's still 30 points behind Armstrong. And it's going to take a win at this point for him to punch his ticket into the playoffs. We're going to keep our eye on that 11 car as the laps wind down to see if he can start progressing his way towards the front. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is in the 7th position. Cameron Norton, the pole sitter, running an 8th.
Coming 10 to go.
You heard it from Cameron. 10 laps to go. Cameron's having a good battle there with Thomas Kohik, the driver of the 07 car. He runs in 9th. So it's actually it's a 3-car battle. 7th, 8th, and 9th. Next car behind them is Jesse Carlson in the 20, and he's scored in the 10th position. A lot of these drivers are still on the lead lap and have a shot to win this thing if something were to happen late in this race to Matt Smith, Jordan Dorsett, and short track race, and we've seen anything happen here before when these NOSSCAR Motormaster Series races. We're going to bring it back up to the front of the field now and keep our eye on the race leaders from pretty much from here to the finish. We don't want to miss anything. And as you can see, Jordan's actually closing in on Matt Smith a little bit. It's the 10, the 74, and the 98 that have the best shot to win this race. And unless anything drastic happens, it's going to be one of those three that parks in victory lane. Again, folks, stay tuned for the post-race interviews after the event. It's round 29 of the 2021 NOSSCAR Motormaster Series season, posted right here on NASCAR Heat 5. 20 drivers entered the race. It's a 125 lap event, and they're all chasing Matt Smith in the 10. Just in front of them, there's two cars battling for position. It's Timmy Brown in the 8, Jordan Broughton in the 18. No contact was made, I don't believe, but Timmy Brown, it's Trey Hollywood rather, taking that position. Keep forgetting the switch. Timmy Brown now driving the 9 car. And the leader's going back into turn 1.
Five to go.
You're wearing out.
5 laps to go, and this one question becomes, can the tires hold? And around went Aaron Garcia in the 98 car. He's going to pit road. He must have blown a tire, I'm not too sure, but he spun exiting turn 4, and that's a heartbreaker because he was in the 3rd place spot. And this is where it becomes critical. Can your tires make it? So 4 laps to go now, and the 2 leaders are in heavy lap traffic. Matt Smith in the 10, Jordan Dorsett in the 74. They both had to carefully work their way past Jordan Broughton and Trey Hollywood. They have Alex Tesdall just in front of them. Alex is a teammate to the 10 car. Might cut him some slack, might not. 3 laps to go.
Leaders are coming to 2 to go.
Oh, okay, 2 laps to go now. And Jordan Dorsett has spun over on the front straightaway.
Caution's out.
And we have a caution on the racetrack. I think it's because Jordan in the 74 blew a tire. He went down and made heavy contact with the inside wall. And this really opens the door, folks. This gives everybody a golden opportunity to go out there and win this race. Alex Tesdall in the 16, he survived and stays on the lead lap for this restart.
What do you go with, 4 or 2?
Oh,
I gotta take 4.
I think I'm going to throw 2. I'm taking the 2 because I'm right up here.
The question is, you guys are going to restart with 2 to go. The question is somebody maybe even going to stay out? I know the tires are not looking good, but...
They ain't going to make it if you stay out. No way.
Okay. Hey, thanks for letting me know. And wow, look at this. Jason Doro, Dustin Franklin, Cameron Norton, and Jeffrey Robinson Jr. They're going for it. Dustin in the 11, keep your eye on him. He needs a win to get into the playoffs. The green flag is back in the air. Cameron Norton's looking for his first career win.
Outside, 5
2 to go.
Left side, clear right. Got one up top.
Up the hill and into the wall went Dustin in the 11. His shot to win is over here. Matt Smith goes to the bottom on the 08 car as they go through 3 and 4. Out of 4, the white flag is in the air. Contact made between teammates. Jeffrey and Jesse both held on to it. Oh, Jordan Dorsett pinched the 7 car heavy into the inside wall. They all held on to it. Down the back straightaway, they're all chasing the 10. And the 7 put the 74 up in the wall, I think.
And ended under yellow.
And the caution is out to end the race, and Matt Smith wins the Richmond 250. 8th win of the season for him, and 2 away from tying the all-time record for most wins in a single season set by Noco last year on NASCAR Heat 4. What a race, what a finish. Make sure you guys get results, pictures for me.
All right. I was going for it, man. We had it.
And it looked like a lot of yous were going for it for sure. Dustin Franklin did some strategy there on his pit stop to get up there and be in 2nd for the restart. Jason Doro in the 08 car, same thing. And we saw contact made between the 74 and the 7 multiple different times there on that last restart. Wild, chaotic finish there, coming to the checkered flag to end the race here at Richmond. Fastest lap of the race, I believe, went to NASCAR King Josh in the 7 car. He was strong all race long. And what a race, what a finish. It was the final race of the regular season for the NOSSCAR Motormaster Series. Stay tuned for post-race interviews.